What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna just be showing what the Nintendo Ambassador program for the 3DS is like. On YouTube, I didn't find very many videos about it, and when I did, they were all like 9 years old. So I thought I'd make an updated version. Now, the Nintendo Ambassador program for the Nintendo 3DS is a program that you were able to join if you logged into the Nintendo eShop before a certain point in 2011. I think it was August. So you need to log into the eShop before August 2011 to get in it. So you've had to have had a 3DS since basically launch. Now, this isn't the 3DS I had since launch. This is a new Nintendo 3DS I recently bought. But I did have an Aqua Blue 3DS, so I'm assuming that's where it came from. I don't actually know how I got to be a Nintendo ambassador, but it's pretty cool. So, if you think you've owned a 3DS for that long and that you'd be eligible for all these perks, this is what you need to do. Okay, so you're on the eShop. If you want to download all the things that you can with this, which includes 10 free NES Virtual Console games, 10 free Game Boy Advance Virtual Console games, and in the Nintendo Ambassador Program little software. That's what you have to do. So you have to go all the way up here to Menu, and then you have to scroll down to Settings/Other, I believe. And then you have to go down here to Re-Downloadable Software. Here you will find everything that you've downloaded but has been deleted. So here's some things, for instance, these I can't download all of because I don't have enough space on this SD card. But down here, it'll be here. I first saw the Game Boy Advance games. I saw Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap first. So yeah, that's what you'll probably see. But that's how you do it. I didn't know that's what you did until I was re-downloading stuff from transferring from my old 3DS to this one. So that's how I found out. Anyway, here is what the Nintendo Ambassador Program little application is. So I don't know if you've heard that, but it played a little jingle. And now I'm gonna load into it and show you guys what it's like. Now what it is it's a video, and it's 3 minutes, there's 3 minutes and 10 seconds of it, and it's not anything special, it just goes between different languages for it, and that's the entire video, and then it replays. So this is pretty neat. I did not know this. There's a lot of things I didn't know about the Ambassador program for the 3DS, and that's why I'm making this video, because I'm not sure if many people know stuff about this. So yeah, as you can see, it plays music, and it's a lot of fun. You can receive notifications for stuff, which probably doesn't do much anymore, but it probably did back then. I'm not gonna let the video play. It's nothing special. It's just some music. I don't really have a good way to record audio for the 3DS, so it wouldn't even be that high quality anyway. So, moving into the free Virtual Console games that you get 10 free NES, 10 free Game Boy Advance. Now, I have 11 Virtual Console NES games, one of which I bought myself, which is The Mysterious Murakami Castle, so this is not included. It's all these that are. So, what you get? You will get Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, Metroid, Wrecking Crew, NES Open Tournament Golf, Donkey Kong Jr., Ice Climber, Balloon Fight, and Yoshi. Now, all of these, I believe, are purchasable on the eShop. So, if you're not in this program, but you want to get any of these for the Virtual Console, you can. They will cost money. These you get for free if you have the thing. Now, I feel like this was a pretty good selection of games. Obviously, There was stuff like Kid Icarus, Punch Out, other stuff that people may have appreciated more than Yoshi or Ice Climber, but I think it's pretty cool. Now, I'm really happy with these. They run pretty well. You know, they run how you'd expect, and they're just like any other NES Virtual Console game. Now, here is the big money. This is why being in this program is so cool. These are Game Boy Advance Virtual Console games. Now, if you know the 3DS, you know that this shouldn't be a thing. The 3DS eShop does not sell Game Boy Advance Virtual Console games with the branding. You can get Game Boy Advance games on your 3DS if you mod it, but you cannot officially, technically, legally play Game Boy Advance games on the 3DS unless you're in this program. And that's why I was so excited about this. So, the games that you get: The Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap, Metroid Fusion, Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, F-Zero Maximum Velocity, WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games, Wario Land 4, and Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. Now, this is a good selection of games. Obviously, there are games like Pokemon Emerald, Golden Sun, stuff like that. That's not here. But considering they only give you 10 titles, so that's now 20 titles in total you got, I think they made pretty good choices. You know, you got standards like a Zelda and a Metroid. Then you got stuff like WarioWare and Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Some stuff that, you know, I'm not saying are bad games again, but, you know, stuff I don't think many people would have expected in picking just 10. But I personally really like these. Now, I'm going to go into some specifics. Now, for all of the Virtual Console games, as you can see, whenever you go onto their little icon, it plays the Mario collecting a coin in their respective console. As you can hear, that's like Mario collecting a coin, I'm pretty sure. For the Game Boy one, I'm pretty sure it's Mario collecting a coin. But for all that, it's Mario collecting a coin. Now for this, it is actually the Game Boy... It's the Game Boy Advance startup sound, which I found really cool. Now, it is breaking the tradition of all that, but it's unique, and I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Now, if you didn't know, in Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, if you hold select while the game is starting up, you get this border. So it makes it the proper aspect ratio, I believe. And you can even use the 3D, which I know you can't see, but it sinks the screen in, and it looks really good. Now, this is how I like to play that. I like to play with the border. And again, goes for the same for Game Boy Color. I'm not going to load it up. Actually, I will. I'll load it up to show you. So I got myself thinking, does this work for the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console games? Because that'll be an amazing attention to detail if so. So, as you can see here, there's the logo. So, I tested it out. And let's go with Metroid Fusion. When loading the game and holding select, it does make it smaller. I know I haven't loaded one, but as you can see, it's got this border, right? If you go into another Game Boy Advance game, you will see it is in full screen. So, let's let the 3DS load. Let's go into Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, I'm kind of disappointed they didn't make a fun border, but I can see why they didn't. See, as you can see here, it's in full widescreen. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't do anything special for it, but it's still pretty cool. Now, if you take your attention to the bottom screen, on all the other virtual consoles, there's save states, options, settings, all that good stuff. But on this one, there is nothing. It says here, about Game Boy Advance software in sleep mode. Closing the Nintendo 3DS while playing this Game Boy Advance software will not put the system into sleep mode. To end the game, press home to return to the home menu. There's no save states, there's no settings, there's nothing. You get the pure game. Now, I was kind of messing around with it. I've played a little bit of each game, you know, trying to see how well the, like, I guess emulation is. I'm not really sure if they're emulating it on the console. But I thought I'd test the games out. And for the most part, they're pretty good. The sound sounds good, and they play pretty well. The only thing is that it gets a little blurry. I noticed when playing Wario Land, specifically, Wario Land 4 and Yoshi's Island, when I was running around, the screen got a little blurry. But for the most part, it runs pretty well. These are pretty solid ways. Oh gosh, I'm messing up in Mario Kart. These are pretty solid ways to play these games. And paired with the fact that it's a good library, I'm pretty satisfied with the Game Boy Advance on the 3DS. Now, as you can see, you can kind of see how it gets a little blurry. I'm not really sure if you guys can notice, but it's not perfect. But I think it's enough to where they could have added a few more games on the eShop and made it sold to everyone. I think they would have gotten it working fine. But at this point, everyone's moved on to the Switch, so, you know, they'd rather have Game Boy Advance on the NSO than on the Virtual Console 3DS eShop. Which I can agree, but it's still pretty cool. Let's see if I can get first. And I'm not being able to drift or throw items at all. And there we go. So, that is Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, obviously, you press home and you just close it, and it just closes. So you have to save, like usual. You have to save through the game and how you're supposed to save and all that. But yeah, that is the Nintendo Ambassador Program for the 3DS. I think it is a really neat thing that they did this, and that they gave you 10 free NES and 10 free Game Boy Advance. And overall, it was a pretty good selection of games. That's obviously the biggest thing here, the games. But this thing here, the Ambassador Certificate thing, it is really, really cool. But yeah, that's the Nintendo Ambassador Program for the 3DS. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. I definitely learned a bunch of stuff from just having it. You know, I ran tests, as you can see. I noticed that the sound was different and that loading it doesn't give you a fun border. I was just hoping to give a little bit more insight to this whole thing, because as far as I can tell, this is a pretty rare thing. So I thought it'd be cool to make a video on it. Anyway, if you enjoyed, be sure to thumbs up. Maybe even subscribe. I do Let's Plays and some other random junk like this. But yeah, see ya.